Hello. I'd like to talk about a few things since this won the poll. So I want to start with Pokemon in general and what it means to Chaser. Then what Pokemon Adventures means to the channel. I won't talk about the anime because its effect on the channel is minimal. So starting with the Pokemon itself. I played through almost all the original DS games as well as Emerald and Leaf Green. I don't know much about the TCG, but I have a collection of old Pokemon cards. That being said, I really like Azelf. It's one of the coolest. So both the games and the manga has had an influence on Chaser. I mean, I'm not copying them or anything, but everything you take in gives you something, and that's why nothing you ever do is a waste of time. It's possible to live in a way that even the smallest things can help you or inspire you. For example, Faye's original idea was inspired by Rain from World of Final Fantasy and Lily from Sun and Moon. Though after several rewrites, the version we ended up with was severely different. That's why we call it inspiration. Okay, so we covered that. Now I want to talk about the actual Pokemon manga. So it actually started with a Ruby and Sapphire comic I saw on another channel. After the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross dub sort of met with insane technical difficulties, I actually enjoyed working on it with other people, so we started dubbing over the original dex holders, red, blue, green, and yellow. That's when this channel began changing. After several of those comics, we started doing other dubs like Chaser, Hanako-kun, Miku, Hatsune, Fruits Basket, Kingdom Hearts, etc. Not exactly sure what video made this channel change so it could grow so much, but the video that seemed to shift everything was the longest Pokemon special video. Though it definitely grew so much after the Green's Trick video. 2.3 thousand views was insane for one of our dubs. In fact, I've found that any Unova dub seems to get more views on this channel. Okay, on to the questions portion. A lot of people have asked me if I'm Japanese or if I'm currently a resident of Japan. And I'm sorry, but I'm not. I would love to train under the mangaakas of Japan, especially Yamamoto, but I'm currently not. So, another question I got was, what are the dex holders doing in 2024? I'm not Kusaka, so my answers are at best theories, but I can give this my best shot. I'm going to say you're probably meaning Kanto to Unova, since they're the oldest, so let's start with Red. Red's the champion of Kanto, and possibly Johto, so if he's not helping other regions, he's most likely still training to become a gym leader. If I had to guess, he wants to take over the Viridian Gym from Blue. But since we're on the topic of Red, I was rereading Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I noticed that Red's physically weaker than the rest of the dex holders. He relies on his Pokemon, or Blue, or Green, or Bill to help him, or Deoxys. That's not his Pokemon, technically. So is Red permanently disabled from Moralized Ice? Because he was a lot tougher in Red, Blue, Green arc. I'm just curious. I actually really like Red, so I'm not trying to burn Red or anything. Blue. Blue is an intelligent and strategic person. I don't know what his plans are, but since Professor Oak is getting older, he is most likely going to take over the professor's research and give the gym to Red. Green. Green has a lot of growth throughout the series. From a thief to a dear friend, she's become one of Red's closest friends. Well, I wonder if she also thinks Red's physically unsound. Red hasn't gone alone anywhere in quite a while. So just wondering if Green is trying to help. Yellow. We know the least about Yellow. She didn't have an adventure like the other Cantonians, so we didn't get any more information. We do know during the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire arc she was 18. Silver. There's a reason I went to Silver before the other Johtonians. A friend of mine and I have discussed Silver and Yellow quite a bit, and we figured that those two are probably close friends now from what we've seen in Red in Fire Red and Leaf Green. That added to Silver spending time with Giovanni in Viridian City, as well as Yellow always being left behind, They probably hang out quite a bit. Silver may even have a bit of a crush on her. Gold. I have not read Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I've seen clips, but my source material is from Emerald. So I apologize if anything is inaccurate. So what I do know of Gold is he's quite a prankster and he enjoys being chaotic. But he's also probably helping Chris with research, although it might be less helpful and more playful. Chris is probably a professor in her own right now. Her assistants are probably Gold and Emerald. It's even possible she might be married by now. Ruby and Sapphire. So Ruby and Sapphire were covered quite recently, but this is probably accurate. Ruby had mentioned that he'd like to continue his journey with Sapphire to help her with Professor Birch's research. So that's probably what they're doing now. There were also subtle hints to them being engaged. Emerald. Emerald is super close to Crystal, so he's probably now her assistant. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. We were given a small clip of the Cenodex holders helping the Rangers with Manaphy, but that's been a while, so instead I'd like to do some fan theory. So the theory is Cenodex holders and Black and White. In Black 2, White 2, White had started taking on human clients like Whitley. So I think perhaps she enjoyed or saw something in Dia and Pearl's act. She may have requested they come to Unova to sign up with the VW agency or sent Black out to recruit them. As for Platinum, she'd probably go anywhere with them. Back to more logical stuff now. Blake. Blake was an undercover agent in Black 2, White 2, and is now a normal kid, though I doubt you could call him that. I doubt he just gave up on fighting evil organizations, but I honestly don't really know that much about him. And Whitley. Whitley made a cameo in X and Y arc to help Trevor tame Delphox. She probably continues that work with Trevor by helping Pokemon that were hurt by Team Flare, Team Galactic, and even the rogue Team Plasma. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching.